Welcome to Build and Thrive Thunder Bay, the show for local owners who want practical ways to win more customers online. I'm your host, Robert Downing. Today we're tackling when AI goes wrong, mistakes small businesses make. We'll translate buzzwords into steps you can actually use without risking your brand or budget. I'm joined by our resident expert and my boss, Bruno Auger. Bruno, thanks for coming on and sharing what you're seeing across campaigns here in Thunder Bay and with clients beyond. Listeners, grab a notebook. We'll move fast.
Great to be here, and thanks for the invitation. I love AI when it serves a clear business outcome, not when it creates noise, confusion, or extra work. For small and medium businesses, the edge is speed with judgment. Reply faster, personalize smarter, and protect trust at every touch point. Today, I'll share the pitfalls I see most often and the simple guardrails that prevent them. If you run a shop, clinic, restaurant, trades crew, or agency in Thunder Bay, this will be very practical, actionable, affordable, and safe steps today.
Let's start with strategy. Many owners begin by asking which tool to buy. You teach starting with outcomes and measurable baselines instead. For a typical Thunder Bay business, how should they define one or two goals, set KPIs, and structure a focused 30-day pilot that rolls into a simple 90-day plan without chasing shiny objects? What pitfalls derail that setup?
Pick two outcomes only. Example, reduce cost per lead 20% and cut average response time to under 5 minutes. Capture current baselines, then map 3 KPIs per goal, like CTR, CPL, conversion rate, reply time, and CSAT. Choose the smallest workflow that moves the needle, AI-assisted ad copy, and an intake chatbot for triage. Run a 30-day pilot with a hypothesis, success thresholds, guardrails, and an exit plan. Meet weekly, compare to the baseline, and document what stays. Month 2 codifies the workflow. Month 3 adds one new use case. Pitfalls: buying platforms before defining metrics, piloting too many things, skipping human review, and not tagging links with UTMs, which makes attribution muddy and post-pilot decisions emotional instead of data-driven.
Clear, compact, and disciplined. I like the emphasis on a hypothesis and exit plan. It keeps enthusiasm honest, and yes to UTMs. Without them, debates loop. Automation can erode trust when it hides people. You recommend a hybrid model, AI for triage and FAQs, humans for sales and sensitive issues. What does a good handoff look like, and how should owners design chatbot flows so customers get quick answers without frustration, plus a clearly visible option to talk to a person, and measure resolution and drop-offs?
Use a short decision tree. 3 choices, max per step, plain language, and quick fail options. Start with identity and intent. Name, contact, question category, then route. Promise a human. If we can't resolve this in 2 replies, we'll switch you to a person. Surface a live chat button and phone number at all times. Handoff rules, pricing exceptions, complaints, medical or financial topics, and anything expressing frustration escalate immediately. Capture transcript, context, and customer history so the human doesn't restart the conversation. Measure first contact resolution, time to human, drop-off points by step, and customer satisfaction. If abandonment spikes at a question, rewrite it and shorten the path. Quarterly, mystery shop your own bot and record where it gets stuck. Then fix ruthlessly.
That promise to switch after 2 replies is gold. It sets expectations and shows respect, which makes people more tolerant of automation's occasional rough edges. Quality starts with inputs. You've warned that bad prompts equal bad outputs. How should a small business build a simple brand voice guide and reusable prompt templates, restrict AI to approved information, and require human review? Also, what's the best way to keep a private knowledge base clean? FAQs, pricing, hours, and ask for citations to spot hallucinations and minimize risky errors.
Create a 1-page voice guide, audience, tone, values, banned phrases, reading level, and 3 example paragraphs. Build prompt templates that always include audience, offer, product facts, objections, call to action, channel, and word count. Add use only the knowledge base, cite sources. If unsure, say you're unsure. Connect the model to a private, approved library. FAQs, pricing, services, warranties, policies, and lock edit access. Assign an owner to update it weekly and timestamp changes. For anything factual or regulated, require human review before publish. Run a red team prompt that tries to break the facts. Keep a bug log of hallucinations, then tighten prompts or permissions. Over time, you'll get consistent on-brand outputs without risky improvisation. That discipline pays off in trust, too.
I appreciate the weekly owner and timestamp rule. Process beats heroics, and a tiny maintenance habit prevents the classic bot repeats old pricing nightmare forever. Let's tackle risk, privacy, and security. Under PIPEDA, many owners are unsure what's safe. What are the non-negotiables around not pasting customer data into public tools, using business accounts with controls, and seeking Canadian data residency? And beyond data, how do you handle image rights, brand-safe settings, phishing, and deepfake calls? Are verbal passphrases practical? And vendor change verification by phone?
Never paste PII into public tools. Use enterprise or business accounts with data retention controls, SSO, audit logs, and a data processing agreement. Prefer vendors offering Canadian data residency or clear cross-border safeguards, and restrict who can export data. For creative, use licensed stock or enterprise licensed models. Avoid uploading logos or third-party marks you don't own. Enable brand-safe image and tone filters. Train staff quarterly on phishing, verify sender domain, hover links, and call back using a known number. For payments, vendor changes, or large orders, require a verbal passphrase plus a documented callback to a listed contact before acting. Keep a short incident runbook. Who to alert, how to contain, and how to notify customers if needed. Practice annually.
The callback plus passphrase rule has already saved 2 clients this year. Simple, boring controls beat fancy tech when the pressure email arrives on Friday. Let's connect performance. How do you structure measurement so owners can compare AI versus human work? And on marketing execution, what checks help avoid ad targeting mistakes, like bad headlines or missing negative keywords, and the SEO trap of auto-generated fluff? Include local business schema, Thunder Bay specifics, and regular Google Business Profile updates in your answer. Plus policy compliance before launch.
Run A/B tests. Human copy versus AI assisted. Same audience, same budget, same timing. Track CTR, CPL, conversion rate, and revenue per lead in one dashboard. Use UTMs consistently to attribute. For ads, require a pre-launch checklist. Human headline review, verified offer and dates, negative keywords, geo-targeting, and policy compliance for platforms. Add image rights verification. For SEO, publish fewer, better pages grounded in real expertise, photos, case studies, and Thunder Bay specifics like neighborhoods, weather, and seasonality. Implement local business schema with hours, services, and contact details, and keep your Google Business Profile current with accurate hours, fresh photos, and weekly posts tied to promotions or events. Measure rankings, calls, direction requests, and conversions from local, then prune content that underperforms.
That fewer, better SEO advice fits resource realities. Owners don't need 50 posts, they need 5 that rank, convert, and reflect real work done locally. Reputation and people next. How can AI help draft review replies without sounding robotic while staying inclusive and accessible? And internally, what should an AI policy cover? How often should teams train? And how do localized playbooks, weather closures, event promos, seasonal offers, combine with human judgment about seasonality, tourism, and even snow days here in Thunder Bay? Plus ethical review requests.
Let AI draft, then personalize. Reference the customer's name, service performed, one concrete detail, empathy, and a next step. Avoid legal promises. Invite an offline conversation when needed. Automate ethical review requests after service. Opt-in, reasonable frequency, and no gating. For inclusion and accessibility, enforce plain language checks, alt text on images, readable contrast, and transcripts or captions for video. Build an internal AI policy. Approve tools, what data is allowed, privacy rules, human-in-the-loop approvals, and brand voice standards. Train quarterly with real SMB examples and short play sessions. Create local playbooks for weather closures, event partnerships, and seasonal offers. Pre-draft posts with dates, locations, and partners, then verify. Finally, blend AI forecasts with human knowledge of tourism and snowstorms each season.
Those playbooks save hours on messy days. When the lake effect hits, having pre-approved language means teams communicate calmly instead of scrambling for wording everywhere. That's our show. Today we covered starting with outcomes and baselines, running tight pilots, designing human-first automation, prompting with a voice guide, protecting privacy under PIPEDA, and tightening security against phishing and deepfakes. We dug into clean data, bias and accessibility, rigorous measurement, better local SEO and ads, and practical reputation management. Most importantly, you heard a simple, repeatable way to introduce AI without breaking trust. If you're in Thunder Bay and want help applying this, keep listening. Every episode adds one workable play to your business. Thanks for tuning in.